Evening, Joni.
Morning, baby.
Where's the man of the hour?
Freshening up.
Been busy?
Just my two favorite kids.
What can I say? We're loyalists.
Shit! Not in a good mood tonight?
I've had the longest day.
That's never good.
They're just not fun.
But was it a good night?
Not really.
Oh, sweetie.
How was your big night?
Perfect.
Sold out solo show. You're a star now.
And yours?
I got to test run the Bowie act again, so that's something.
How was the response?
I've had worse.
Well, you're an inspiration. Okay. Anything memorable?
Some asshole grabbed me. Must have been a Bowie fan.
Rude.
It's hard out there.
Where?
I was being general.
No, where did he touch you?
How do you know it was a he?
Assumptions, you know?
Well, it was.
Mm-hmm.
Does it matter?
Some spots are worse than others.
Just you shut your mouth.
Okay, joking. Doll.
You're in a mood tonight. Thanks for the coffee.
Now, when have they been letting in so many assholes?
It's not like they can check if you're an asshole at the door. And there's always been assholes. Always will be. Trust me.
Was Stanley there?
If Stan was there, at least someone would have that creep bounced out.
Well, I thought he wasn't allowed in anymore.
Depends on who's on door duty and if he's actually buying. 2-drink minimum now.
I thought he quit.
Changes.
Sorry to hear. But you know, if he was there and he was being classic Stan and doing what he does, you know, strutting around with his BDE and acting like he was the boss, you would have had to bail him out again.
That was once.
And how many times too many is once?
One too many.
Too many. Love sure is great. And expensive.
I didn't love him.
Did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay, well then what is it? Are you avoiding using that word?
What it was I liked having him around, that's all.
Okay, but aren't we saying the same thing? Like, kinda?
We are not.
In part?
No.
Okay, you're right. Simply having someone around isn't love.
Joni, do you have anything stronger?
But you told me you needed Stan. Now, those were your words, and stop me if I'm wrong. But that's what you told me. Needed. He needs me, he needs me, he needs me. That's love, sister.
Not necessarily.
You said you needed him around when you woke up or you felt incomplete, right? You love him.
Maybe if you define what it means to love somebody like that.
Like what?
Like that it's a habit. You're saying love is habitual.
Okay, sometimes, but there's layers, okay?
What are you, a cake?
I'm the moistest.
Why are you... Look, I relied on him for some things, yeah. I liked having him around. He became part of my routine. He was there when I went to bed.
And when you woke up sometimes.
He was there for me. Yeah? So you think I loved him. But I didn't love Stan.
Okay, so what you're saying is you depended on him emotionally, but you didn't love him. Okay, so love is an emotion that doesn't involve dependency.
Right.
And separate from dependency, there's nothing else. So what I call love is just dependency to you. You depended on Stan, you didn't love him.
100%.
And so I can't say that your physical and emotional dependency is defined as love?
You can say whatever you want, but I don't have to accept it because two people don't necessarily have the same truths, boy. Besides, there's no such thing as love. So, what routine are you going to do next time? I was telling Sheila that she really needs to get down to see you. She hasn't seen you since last Halloween, and it's been a momentous year for you, honey. So when she does show up and she brings her crowd and you take off, you're welcome.
No such thing?
Honey, we had this conversation at Christmas.
No, say it again because I think you're joking.
There's no such thing.
No, say it one more time with a straight face.
No, what's a straight face?
No, one more time so that people in the back can hear you.
There is no such thing as love!
There you go, thank you. Did you hear that, Joni?
To each your own.
Love is just a word now. It's everything has just become too grandiose. I love coffee. I love my phone. I love this. I love that. I live. I laugh. I love. Who gives a shit? I could say that I love getting to perform, but if I'm being honest, I don't depend on it.
Well, some of us do depend on it.
It is just a word to me. It's overused, overplayed. It's lost its true meaning. Is it so wrong to think of love as fiction?
Santa's fiction. You're bitter.
I'm allowed to be bitter if I want to. Fuck you. And you act like you've never heard this argument. Can we not do this again? Name a time when you saw someone, something, anything, anyone, and there was just no denying that love was present. True love, not avocado on toast with edible flowers Instagram love.
I saw a TikTok video of a cupcake earlier and slid off my chair.
Stop, please.
Okay, fine.
Really?
All right, all seriousness. The day I met Ryan. No, imagine this. Crowded bar, bodies moving everywhere, lights flashing, music pumping. You couldn't hear anything over the speakers. You could barely see through the haze. Yet through that sea of bodies, I heard one word. Hey. Just one word. And I look up and I see this big, beautiful ray of light. Everyone else, gone.
Right.
Everyone is gone. Just me and Ryan, just the two of us there. Just there. So I start walking slowly, and you know I got that good walk when I need it, right? Okay. And Ryan starts slowly walking, and then we meet in the middle of the dance floor, toe to toe. Hey. His hand on my elbow. I look up into those big, beautiful eyes looking back down into mine. What's good? I say.
I'm tired of living this one night stand, sleeping around day to day. Ain't strong enough to hold your hand. Ain't kind enough to remember your name. This time.
Oh, that's lust.
Maybe to begin with, but sometimes that's the root of love. Okay, you know, every fire starts with a spark. Now, don't get me wrong, at first, you know, we fucked and fucked and fucked, but now we get each other. We don't get anything else without each other. He loves me and my performances and my weirdness and my imperfections. And I love, oh God, where do I begin? There's his brains and his smile. And did I mention that when we snuggle on the couch to watch Bake Off, he will name all of the ingredients and techniques before anyone on the show. And he's always right. And he's so proud of himself, and you know, he does this little shimmy.
Good.
Okay, there are layers, bitch. Now, lust is just a fraction of love. It's all an equation. You know, 4 + 2 is 6, but so is 2 and 2 and 2. It's a desire to have and to hold in different ways.
What about parents? They say they love their kids. There's no lust there.
Well, in some parts of this great country.
No. You know what I mean. At what point do the parts of the equation become selective?
Every math problem is different,
At what point do you get to choose what love is or isn't?
Not all whiskey is bourbon.
Do you think this mansplaining is going well?
How dare you?
Well?
Okay, well, there are variations. When a parent loves their child, you get protection instead of lust. That's a different form of love. Now, Mama Bear guards those cubs because she loves them. Now, in this case, a parent's protection is how they show their love.
If you get to build your own equation, how come mine can't be that love is non-existent? That love, as I am taught, is dead?
Dead? Overdramatic much?
Who knows? Maybe one day it'll click for me.
Okay, but there are also habits and expectations in that relationship, in that equation. Now, parents expect to wake up and see their children every day until they don't. They love that feeling, and it's all connected. And the protection is kind of like protecting ourselves, you know? Our children are an extension of ourselves. Natural instinct, and it's a two-way street. Kids depend on their parents and have expectations of love from their parents until they learn otherwise.
You don't think they've just formed a habit?
The habit is the love. Are you even listening?
Maybe there's too much glitter in my ears. Joni, be a doll.
And you don't have to love your family just because they're family.
Hold up. Joni. Oh my God, Joni. Did you hear that? He doesn't love me.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss, baby.
Okay, wait, now listen. I love you, honey, okay? But I don't love you just because you're family. I love you because you meet me for coffee no matter what time it is. I love you because we, have this thing between us. I love you because no matter what, I know that you got my back. And I don't have that with many others. I definitely don't have that with Dad anymore, and my equation is fractions of both dependability and protection because I know no matter what, I got your back and you got mine. And I love you for that. That's my love for you.
I just don't see why it's so difficult for you to empathize with me here. We have two concepts of an idea. An idea that cannot be proven except for the way in which you personally define it. Please just trust my opinion. I'm not saying it's because you're a dude, but you can't take a firm no, and women are sick and tired of hearing people argue with them because they disagree with things that are okay to be disagreed on. We have opinions too. We can make our own choices. We know what's best for us. And when it comes to love, honey, I will always have your back. It's a fucked up world, and I won't let anything happen to you as long as I can help it, but I do not have to say that word if I don't want to. Deal?
Joni. Mama Joni, what do you think?
Oh, give me a break. Do not entertain him.
Listen, kids, you're both right. Just enjoy yourselves.
We can do this forever and ever.
Look, I met my husband when I was 17 years old. And for 43 years, we saw each other every single day. I'm not exaggerating, inseparable. So in my heart and with my soul, I know that love exists. I know. But I won't hold it against someone who says otherwise because every person has their own truth. They have things in life that have affected them. I used to have a guy come in every single day around 5:30. He had a habit of waking up early, said he had nothing to do. He didn't like breakfast at home. He'd been married for a real long time, and one day his wife just up and left. He said she gave no reason at all. And after years and years of cooking her breakfast, being at home alone was just too painful. One morning, I was going about usual business just after dawn, and the King was on the radio saying, "And I can't help falling in love with you." And I was cleaning up Harold's plate and said something like, oh, this is such a beautiful song. And he just looked at me with the saddest eyes and said, you never really know if someone loves you. You just gotta hope. And sometimes even that isn't good enough. It comes and it goes. Some people find love every day of their life. They just see it everywhere. Sometimes you lose your hope in love. You forget that it exists. And for some poor souls, I am sure, they never really know it to begin with. It just depends on who you are and what you've been through. And we all got to accept that. You're both right. But if you ever get too lonely, get yourself a chihuahua.
Oh. Dogs.
What about them? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You never stop.
Oh, I got you. Under pressure.
Don't embarrass yourself.
Now, come on. I know you've used the L word. Did it mean nothing even then? Do you love her or not?
I do really like Parker Posey.
Oh, come on now. Do you like her or do you love her? I mean, you have no reason to, right? You don't depend on her for anything but companionship.
No. There's more than that.
Oh, God. Don't tell me you let her...
I'm not that desperate.
Well, then what is it? You know she loves you.
You don't know what Mrs. Posey feels.
Oh, I'm sorry. When did she get married? You are her world. She depends on you literally for everything. You pick up her shit. Without you, there would be no anything in her world. And if that isn't love in your eyes, then I don't know what to do with you anymore.
Love is what I need it to be when I need it to be.
Evasion!
And right now, the only thing I need is for you to stop talking or change the subject.
How was Parker Posey's photo shoot? I am so looking forward to next year's calendar.
After we were finished with the Oz setup, she wasn't having it, so we'll do more next week.
Who was Dorothy and who was Toto?
You're just so... I don't even know anymore.
And that's why you love me, right? And I love you too.
Walk me to my car?
I want nothing more.